Okay, so everything that you'll need to do this is either some craft paper, or I'm going to recycle this Amazon shipping bag, a ruler, and some scissors if you do not have a paper cutter, and a glue stick, or you could even use Elmer's glue or any kind of glue you want to use. And you're going to need a pencil or a pen, and you're going to need some washi tape. I'm going to use probably this one from CoffeeMonsterzCo. So I've never done this before, so we're going to learn together how to do it. So obviously I don't want any of this showing, right? I am just doing this to make sure that it's big enough because I never measured it. So I don't want any of this showing. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open this bag up. Right, and what I'm going to do, because I don't want any of this on the front, is I'm going to draw out the size that I need on here. And you don't want to measure the outside. What you want to measure is you want to measure this. So I want that seam in there. With my pencil. This is a Leuchtturm mechanical pencil. I love it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to trace around the notebook edge. And it's okay if it's a little bit smaller, and I'm going to show you why once we get to putting it together. Now obviously where the cover is, it's going to be a little bit bigger because the cover is larger than the notebook pages. So I'm just going to use my paper cutter, cut this down to the size that I need, to a rough size that I need anyways. Oh, there's foam inside there. Interesting. That's okay. Let's cut it here also. Okay, let's see how this measures out in my page. So that is good, but this side's going to be bigger because this is the side that has, I traced the cover. So I'm going to take probably 1/4 of an inch off this and see if that, oh, look, that's the size I need it right there. I wonder if I should take, I'm going to, that's probably not going to work. That's okay, I'm just going to leave it like this. And I'm going to glue this back together because I took it apart a little bit. You know what I want to use? use some of this super strong bonding glue. I'm just going to put a few dots in here so it doesn't come apart. So what I'm going to use my little bulletin board for is I'm going to put it in my 2026 B6, and I'm going to be looking for some stickers that look like they have, so like just some squares, some stickers that look like they have push pins on them for any of my big achievements over 2026. I'm going to put those in here. Now I want this to be smaller here, and I'm gonna do 1/4 of an inch up here, maybe even more. Hold on. So I want I'm gonna do 1/2 an inch. I want the washi tape to show. So I think I'm going to do it even smaller. I really want the washi tape to stand out so it looks like it's like the wooden part of a bulletin board, like the wooden edges. Is great. So then I'm going to put this washi tape here, and I'm going to put it all the way across. I wonder though, that's so fall-ish. Let me get out my washi samples. Like that one. That will look really cute because that should be, I wonder if that's the width. No, that's too much. But this one should be perfect, I believe. I'm going to use this one. Okay. So nothing fancy here. You're literally just going to put it all the way up to the edge of your notebook page. I'm going over the edge a little bit because I'll just trim it. Down a little tiny bit. And then we want to do this part. So I'm going to do the top and the bottom first. And then I'm going to do side to side, like this. And then I'll just trim that off there. And then the same thing over here on this edge. Okay. Now I'm just going to clean all of it up a little bit. And if you want to see Helen from CoffeeMonsterzCo, go and look at her latest YouTube video. Well, it was the latest as of Saturday. I don't know if she's done anything since, but it's just a, she did a video of setting up her Hobonichi, getting ready to set up her Hobonichi planners. She just did like a little bit of stuff in them and talks about how she's going to use them. So you could go and check that out also. This went over the edge a little bit. Okay. And then I'm going to round the corners on here. I do have a corner punch, but it's just as easy to just take your scissor and round your corners. They're not going to be perfect, but who cares? I know I don't. And then that will go right there. I did cut it a little bit short, whatever, I don't care. So if you're going to be bothered by something like that, you're going to want to make sure you get a ruler out and you're very precise with everything you do. I don't care about perfection. So then I'm just going to take my glue stick. So just remember, when you're doing stuff like this, it's going to add some bulk to your planner. Obviously, if you use just craft paper, it's not going to add too much bulk. This is obviously doubled, and there's a little bit of that foam that's in here. But I don't care. Okay, I'm going to glue this over here so that you can't see my address. Okay, and then what I'll end up doing is, I think if I can letter it nicely, which I probably can't, maybe I'll get a sticker made. Maybe I'll ask, or maybe I'll do it myself on my silhouette, who knows. But I want to write success up here, and then I want to use, like I said, stickers that look like they have push pins on them, and write down some major success that I have in 2026. Not little milestones. I want it to be just really big stuff. So that's just a super quick video for you. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. If you are new here, I would love it if you could give me a follow. And if you've been here for a while, thanks for following along in my planner journey, and I'll see you in my next video.